is my channel, Stitching Goddess Designs. It's talking about cross stitch and Harry Potter. I'm back. 2025 went off the rails very unexpectedly. And I went into hibernation. I don't know what that was. I might still be a little bit there. If you are not new to my channel, you know I have a saying of you don't live there, you're just visiting. That was an extended stay. I don't still feel like I'm not all the way out, but I'm trying. I am trying to get there. Clearly, this is a huge step in that trying process. I don't know, probably about a month ago, a couple weeks ago, I knew that my Flosstube anniversary was coming up. I knew that my Flosstube anniversary was sometime in January, couldn't exactly remember when. Went back, looked, it's today, January 26th, and I just told myself, you know what? You know you want to get back into it. You know you want to do it. You know, you know it will be good. You have got to pull the Band-Aid off and get a video made and just get it going. And this day seemed like the perfect deadline. I don't know, goal date. Let's do it. It's Flosstube anniversary. I don't even know how many years. I want to say 4. Clearly I just took a 8-month hiatus. My last Flosstube was April 2025, so here we are. Had some family stuff go on, had some health stuff go on. I'm in a different location. I'm going to add some more decorations and stuff like that, but I'm getting my little list. It was a lot of drama, complications, life. And I chose to go into ghost mode. This is my Aquarius coming out through and through. I can ghost so hard, I will make you doubt your existence. I'm good at it. But I need to stop ghosting. I need to come back. It's not that I need, I want to come back. This cross-stitch community has meant so much to me in the past. I know y'all are absolutely amazing. I thank you all. Everybody. There's been numerous people that have continued to reach out to me over the months, checking in. Are you still doing okay? Are you still alive? Are you still with us? Thinking about you. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. You cannot even imagine what that means. When you are in that place of just to have somebody reach out, and I mean, some of y'all are people I haven't even ever met in real life, but to have y'all reach out and just be like, are you alive? To know that there is even one person on this planet that is like, we want to make sure you're okay, that knows you, that sees you might be struggling, that is it a daily, you don't have to check in daily, you don't have to check in hourly, weekly, monthly, just a little whatever, whenever you're thinking of someone and you're just like, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while, I want to check on you. To know that there is at least one other soul on this entire planet, in this entire planet of craziness, that thought of you out of all the millions of people is just, I can't, I'm trying to put it into words, but I can't. So, thank you. Thank you. I very much want to get back to cross-stitching, cross-stitch community, all of the things. I have not made a single X. I have not threaded a needle. I have not touched a cross stitch since June. I went to StitchCon. If I saw y'all there, yay. Like, I don't remember anything. I know that when I came home, I'm sure I put everything in a spot so that I can like do a floss tube and show you all the things I got and talk about StitchCon and all the things. And I don't know where that is. If it was originally in a bag somewhere or a box. This room is a explosion of a mess. I have way too many things. I have got to stop hoarding. But I'm rambling. I went to StitchCon. I did stitch a bit there. And since coming home, I have not touched a cross stitch. My house is settling. It's probably warming because the sun is actually out. There might be a little bit of wind too. But you are going to notice I am very squirrely. My brain is very much all over the place. I can't follow a train of thought. This is another reason I haven't been back on here, because I can't get my thoughts to streamline. We've got snow. We're fine. Though, Kansas City did not get what a lot of people have gotten. So if you are southern, if you are getting ice, if you are getting massive amounts of snow up in the Northeast, please, I hope everybody is safe. All the things. Please stay safe, stay inside, stay warm, all the things. I haven't been doing nothing. I have been doing things, just not cross-stitching. So, I don't know. Here we go. Here's some life events over the past 8 months. I did my MS walk. God, that feels like 10 years ago that I did that MS walk. I did that MS walk in May of last year. It was really good. I almost didn't make it. It was only a mile and I almost didn't make it. Maybe I'll post some pictures of me at the walk there. Thank you to everybody who had donated for that. I appreciate you all so much for that. Because of your donations, I was able to get into some VIP donation area. I don't know. I didn't even know that was a thing until I got there and I got checked in and registered, and they're like, "Oh, you're," and I was like, "Okay." So, then that was early May. Then my youngest son graduated high school. He had multiple graduations. He had multiple high schools. He even went to his old elementary school and they did a graduation walk. You got to walk through the halls. All the littles get to see this is what you're working towards. You're going to get there. And it was all alumni. It was all the kids that went and walked there are former James Walker students who now have gone on and graduated. So that was really fun. Go back and see the place, and for him to go back and see everything, he's just like, "Oh my God, everything is so small. Everything is so small." I'm like, yeah. It's weird when you go back to your elementary school, everything seems giant and huge, and then you go back as an adult and you're like, "Oh my God, everything is so tiny." It has been a roller coaster these last few months, and I haven't even touched on the drama that is personal drama, because there's always that as well. So all of that on top, and all of that stress on top of health things, just there was no winning. I was ghosting, I was hiding, I was disassociating. Oh, I was disassociating hard. I have watched countless TV shows, movies, all of the things. I have my laptop here. I put my laptop on and I just zone out. And I said this is a channel about cross stitch. I have not stitched at all. I said that. I have not stitched at all. But I'm going to. At this point, am I forcing myself to? Yes. I'm going to force myself to cross stitch. The desire to stitch is still not there. However, I feel like if I force myself to stitch, the desire is going to reflood my system. So we're going to do this. What I've done is I have 73 whips. They're all over the place right now. I did a random number generator. I randomly generated 10 numbers, pulled out these 10 whips, and this, because I'm like, at a certain point I was like, I don't even know what to touch. I don't know what to grab. Should I start something new? I've got a ton of stash. Should I grab something small? I let a random number generator decide. I've got 10 whips here. I'm going to show you these 10 whips. I thought about doing a whip parade and just going through all of my whips with you guys, and then maybe something would like spark in me by doing that, but that seemed overwhelming. When I tried to sit down and start doing that, I was like, I can't do it. So we've got these 10 whips. I'm going to show you these 10 whips. The goal is to touch these 10 whips before I come back to you. And the goal I'm setting for myself is 2 weeks. I know in the past I've done every week. We might get back there again, but for now we're going to stick with every 2 weeks because we're going to ease back into this. We're not going to just try to cannonball in. We're going to dip our toes. I'm not going to put all kinds of pressure on myself. We're going to ease into this. So 10 whips. Hopefully I will touch these before I see you again in 2 weeks. So let's dive into what 10 whips I have pulled. Let's dive in. So I think my random number generator did a great job of grabbing a nice variety. I know I was just pulling numbers, but good job, random number generator. Okay. So the first one, in no particular order of how they were pulled. This is just piled up on my lap right now. But the first one that I have to show you is Pumpkin Pot. This is a Hobby House design. It is super cute. We've got some black cats. We've got a pot. We've got all these pumpkins. Halloween up at the top. And you can see little pumpkin faces on all of the pumpkins. It's small. I'm trying to see. 119 by 84. So on the smaller side. It's not huge. Here is where here's where I'm at. Y'all, I don't even know where I'm at on any of these things. So here we go. A little bit of the pot, some of the vines. Obviously not a lot of progress. I know that this one was started October. Ooh, I should get that out. Let me get that. October of, was it October? Lord have mercy. Whip list. Because it was when I went to Hobby House with a bunch of stitchy friends, and it was Pumpkin Pot, and that was, no, September of 2024. September 2024. So, I will, that'll be nice. I feel like I'll probably start with that one to dip my toes in. Congratulations, you might be the first whip I touch in 8 months. Okay, next on my lap. Well, let me just actually throw that over there. Okay. Next on my lap, I told you it picked a nice selection of variety because the next one it chose is Long Dog Samplers. This is the new normal. It's kind of appropriate given my whole life situations right now. The new normal, and yeah, she huge. 250, 270 by 276. And we have, I mean, she's definitely not as big as Death, which I do think Death was pulled in here as well. So you guys get to see that one. But here's my little bit of stitching. We've got a little elephant right there. I don't know how well you can tell. The variegated floss, I absolutely love these colors. The green, gray, It's all one floss, but I don't know how well it's lending itself to being able to see. Wait, was I just showing you guys the back? I feel like I was just showing you guys that side. Oh, there's the front. Yeah, that's the front. Much better. What am I trying to say? I don't even remember what I was just saying. See, the brain fog is really strong right now. The floss that I'm using is, let's see, can I pull just one? Yes, okay. Almond M&M's Silk, and it's variegated in greens, grays. Love it. This one doesn't have a name on it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Oh, here we go. Midnight Fern. I'm positive this was from a box that she did. So I don't know if they're for sale individually, but raw. I love it. Okay. Go back in. This is gonna be a chore, y'all. Okay, that's 2. Number 3. We've got Halloween is for Tourists. That's kind of what it's gonna look like right there. That's the best picture I've got. Sorry. And this is by. Wait, who are you by? You're on here somewhere. Stitch Sprout. Stitch Sprout. Oh, I didn't say the new normal was started 2/29/2024. Oh, it was a leap day, a long dog leap day start. That's what that was. And then Halloween is for Tourists is I don't know. Here it is. Halloween is for Tourists was started October 9th, 2022, and that's where I'm at. Oh, look, I got little tiny silver scissors. I didn't know I had those in there. That's where I'm at. Little tiny bit. So that would be a good one to start with too. It's not huge. We've got The River. This was a New Year, New Start, I believe. Yep, 1/1/22. The River is by Modern Folk Embroidery, and I'm changing all this up here to be initials and dates and stuff like that. I don't know. I need to think about what all that is going to be. But the river that flows in you also flows in me are the words that are on there. And here is where I'm at. I know, I just plucked that down in this giant piece of fabric. I'm realizing that's that was a waste, but that's okay. I probably center started. So that's where I'm at. This is a nice little repetitive stitching down here that you can kind of just zone out on and don't have to really focus a whole ton, and that'll be good. That floss is nicely variegated floss, and I believe it is also called The River, and it's by Forbidden Fiber. Okay, next we have, I think I'm just calling, what am I calling this? Halloween Oracle. It's an Oracle. It's an Oracle Sow, which is a group on Facebook. I think Oracle Sow might just be what it's called. I'm not 100%. I don't have a picture of what the overall will look like even, but it has a bunch of Halloween motifs. Okay, here's where I'm at. So, sorry, the lighting is weird. I'm trying to shine it towards this window here. It has a bunch of Halloween motifs in there. You can see that's kind of like the Feed Me Seymour plant looking kind of a thing. Let's see if I can remember how to do Flosstube, you guys. Like, I can't. Yeah, there we go. Oh, kind of like feed me plant Venus flytrap. Is that what they're called? That might have been upside down. Good God, I don't remember how to do this at all. Lord have mercy. There's the pot. That makes much more sense that way. I see real people. Okay. I'm using, the floss that I'm using is all Trinway Silks. And what I'm doing here is these are the Trinway Silk solid colors. This is the variegated that has these colors in here. So I think these ones don't have names. They just have numbers, 205, 51, 313, and 202. This one, however, is called Penny Dreadful. It says limited edition. So a limited edition color for cystic fibrosis is what it says on there. So, but I know that those colors are there. So what I'm doing is kind of picking out motifs and stitching them in the solid colors and then working in the variegated floss in various places. So, whew, that's the overall plan for that one. If I found links and things and all the stuff, so I was hopefully flashing them across the screen. I don't know how much editing I'm going to be doing. I'm trying, you guys. I'm trying. Okay. And that one I started, I don't know if I said, October of 2021. Next on my pile here is Haunted Lantern. Haunted Lantern. It's a Mill Hill. Started this 4/1/21. This is the only Mill Hill I have ever stitched. Have never finished one, have never stitched one. This is my one and only. And for some reason decided that this needed to be the one. Good God. Here's where I'm at. Let's see if I can put this behind it so you can see. That's where I'm at. I've got a cat. Some lantern stuff going on. I'm actually excited to work on this because I did, since when I originally started this, I was just holding in my hand, working it. If you're not new here, you know, I have the oily, sweaty, acidic hands. I tarnish needles. The paper was getting it wasn't good from me holding it. So I have since gotten what is supposed to just be a frame so that you could frame your Mill Hill piece and like hang it up on the wall. However, it's two wood pieces that like snap together with magnets the paper going in between. Once you put that in there, then you can put that into the Lowry stand clamps and then work on it. So, and I still haven't used it or stitched on it since getting that. So that'll be good to get that out and work on that. Okay. This next one is Harry 1 by Good Morning Maui, and started this on January 13th of 2021. Overall picture, here you go. Harry 1, clearly showing all of the characters and some motifs from the Sorcerer's Stone, the first book. And here is where I'm at. Good Lord, I've made some big progress on this. I didn't know. It's 4 o'clock, you guys. I have a, I'm gonna cut that out anyways, it's fine. Okay. Whoops. I just lost a needle minder. Okay, here's where I'm at. I've made some good progress there. Got Harry, we've got McGonagall, Snape, Dumbledore, Fluffy. Oh my gosh, look at Fluffy. And a good portion of that trade. There's still quite a bit to go. there's still quite a bit to go. You can see we've got coral and chess piece stuff, some more train over here, and then we've got all the characters up top and all the things. So quite a bit more to go, but it's fun. It's a fun one. I don't know where that needle minder went into the oblivion. I will have to find it in a bit. Okay. I've got 3 more in my lap, so that means that was number 7. Number 8 is, Death by Cross Stitch. This was a New Year, New Start. Definitely. No, this was a Christmas break start. That's what this one was. December 19th, 2020. So rather than New Year, New Start, when I was working at the school, I would start one on the first day of Christmas break, because New Year, New Start only allows you a couple of days before school's back in session, and you didn't get a whole lot of time to work on it. If you start one on the first day of Christmas break, now you've got 2 weeks to work on it. So let's see if I can find the first page. Here we go. Oh, Death by Cross Stitch. If you're new to cross stitch, you will be stitching on this for your entire life. For reference, up here and kind of along here is what I have done. I'm going to show you. There's still so much more to go. Stitching this in a variegated floss, but is by Dying for Cross Stitch is the name of the company, and it's the colorway Unicorn. I get asked about this colorway a lot. On here, she is. Look at that. I'll slowly walk you across. I can't see anything, so hopefully you can see all the things. Okay. I have reached the other corner. I don't know when that happened, but I now have the full width, and I love it. And, you know, a lot more to go. But she is fun to work on when I get her out. And thinking about how I want the variegation to lay. Obviously, I'm laying it diagonally this way. How the birds I purposely did this way on all of them. So just thinking about different ways vertically here. Just thinking about how I want the colors to lay and where I want to go from there and all the things. So, there's that. Good Lord. Just holding up my arms to show you guys the whips is taking it out of me. I haven't been super active these past few months. I need to get better at that. So, okay, then we have, what is this one? I think it is a Christmas one. Looks Like Christmas by Shannon Christine. This was started on December 5th, 2020. So, that's what she will look like. And where are we? Oh, good. Okay. That's where we are. Got a good bit of that tree. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I might have all of that tree in actually. So it might be time to come down and I don't know, maybe I can go up there and work on up there. I don't know. Maybe I center started this and then I've been working my way up. I'm like, I don't know the path I took here, because yeah, it might have been a center start. That's a nice smaller sized one to work on. And number 10, the last one is the Scara de Sal. This is by Ingleside Imaginarium. Love her. Love her. Got to meet her in person a couple years back. Spent some time getting to know her. And she has amazing stories. Amazing stories. She's lived an amazing life so far. And it's probably only going to get better from here. This is a portion of it. I do have the rest of it. I just don't have the rest of it printed. So the premise of this was, I don't even know that this was day one. I feel like this was just like a beginning, the bat, but every day she designed a motif for the month of October. So there are 31 little different motifs for the entire month. The premise was that you stitch a scare a day. That did not happen. Clearly, I started this, what did I say? October 11th, 2020. It's 2026. Guys, it's 2026. Doesn't 2020 just feel like it was like, didn't the pandemic just happen? That is so crazy. Okay, it feels like the pandemic just happened, but also pre-pandemic seems like forever ago, like a million years ago. 2020 just completely ruined time. Also, another reason I probably haven't continued working on this, not probably 100%. This is being stitched on linen. Over to, if you are new here, I despise linen. If you love linen, good on you. Great. I love that for you. You do amazing works, all the things on your linen. Go right ahead. I prefer to work on Aida. It is not a, oh, when you grow up, when you get to be a better stitcher, just wait until you can start working on linen. It's going to be so much better. You'll get there someday. I have heard all the comments on me working on Aida. And if you are an Aida hater out there, I'm sorry, but I keep your thoughts to yourself, because I am very much a graduated stitcher. I very much can stitch a lot of things. Do I have to stitch those things on linen to be professional or adult stitcher? And no. She's done on Aida. Kiss all of my butt. She's done on Aida. She is stunning. She's stunning. And she's done on Aida. So, take your Aida hate elsewhere. I don't want to hear it. However, you are going to hear my linen hate. The problem, it's definitely a personal thing. It's a personal thing. It's not that I hate how stitching looks on linen. It's not that I, hate the feel of it or whatever. I'm a violent stitcher. And I say that with all the love. But I'm not gently making eggs. I'm not gently sewing. I'm not being very nice and quiet and kind about this. I'm like, I two-hand stitch, so I'm like, and then, and I'm not angry about it, but I definitely pull my thread with a force. I definitely do. So, the first time I ever stitched on linen and got it all set up, got everything ready, and did my first stitch, and the whole weave just went, okay. Aida is more coarse, more suited to take violent stitching. Linen is not. It's not forgiving. Plus, I cannot do over 2 counting in my brain. It breaks my brain every single time. Trying to count from here to here when it's 1 square on the thing, but it's like 4 squares on. Oh, you guys, I can't. Ugh. It just takes too much time. I don't have the patience for it. I'm impatient, all the things. It is what it is. But here's where I'm at. You can see hers is charted with gray and orange. I'm stitching this on the orange gingham with purple, bright purple as my exit. So That was a long story long about that one. But that was number 10. Those are the 10 whips I would like to touch, get out, work on a little bit, maybe one a day. I don't know. We'll see. Alrighty, the sun is coming down more, so it's coming in weird, so bear with me. I would like to show you some other crafty things I've been working on, and doing since I haven't been stitching. So, let's do this. I went down a rabbit hole of stickers. I went down a rabbit hole of coloring, and I went down a rabbit hole of knitting. More recently it's been slime. Not making slime, just playing with it. I did not bring the slime over here, but I will next time, definitely. I definitely find that it is very therapeutic. I have been having a lot of hand, finger pains and issues and loss of sensation, too much sensation. There's a lot of nerve things happening in my hands and fingers, which kind of makes me nervous about picking up cross stitch again too. But working with the slime and just the pulling and the stretching and the blah 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 is better. I did get these, just different. They're different strength stress balls. So like this one is harder to squeeze than this one. It's kind of just sitting there, it's kind of boring. But if you're playing with slime and there's different things in it, and it's just more interactive and more attention grabbing. So here's one little sticker creation thing I made. Here's another one. I know you're probably like, what in the world? If you haven't come across these yet, let me clue you in. So here's an example of one. They come in all kinds of different ways. There's ones that maybe come in boxes. They come in little binder thingies. All different things. So you can create your own sticker scenes. So you've got all of your stickers, okay? All of your stickers. And then you've got, let me get a blank one here. And you've got blank scenes. So then you get to take all of those stickers and put them on the scene. And you have a little layout, this is the best you get, of where the stickers go. I don't always super follow it. Some of the things you kind of have to follow because it won't make sense if you kind of like the bigger things. But then smaller things you can kind of play around with where you want to put them. Some things of like that make these fun. Okay, so like this whole shelf is a sticker, but then all of the individual things on the shelves are also individual stickers. So you place every single little piece. You place all of the things yourself, all of the things. And so it's very, I mean, even this whole thing right here, all of this is laid on top of this, and then that's laid on top of this, and then like you do place some things and then cover them up because you're building, but I think it's the fun of doing them more so than the fun of like, once it's kind of like a puzzle, right? So when you're done with a puzzle, you take it apart, you put it back in the box, you put it away, you give it away, whatever you do. So I've kind of been viewing these the same way. I probably have done hundreds of these of varying sizes. This to this, all the things. I have gotten rid of a lot of them. A lot. I just throw them away. Okay, done with that one. Throw it away. On to the next. But that was fun and therapeutic little activity. I went into coloring, so here's coloring book. I've got this whole station of markers over here next to me. Here's some coloring. Here's some coloring. Clearly, these are like tiny, involved coloring type things. But then I also found this company too, A Brighter Year. And they make, if you're trying to just be like, can I just not have super detailed, super fine work, and you just want to zone out on coloring for like maybe a couple minutes. Very simple, just one thing on your page and color it in how you want to color it in. You can color it all in one color, you can color it in multiple colors, however you want to do. These are clearly all animals, pets, but I decided to go off the rails with my colors and make them the most insane colors. So he's funny. Okay, so coloring took over my life for a little bit. That was another fun little activity. Knitting. Knitting may have took up maybe the bulk. I don't know. I don't know if it's the bulk amount of time, but I did a lot. I've done a lot of knitting. I've done a lot. So here are all the wool, I think that's wool, type ones that that I've been making. Forbidden Fiber. Leanne and her amazing yarn has me doing a bunch of these. I can now do like a square, probably 1 or 2 in a day. Here are the cotton ones that I have done. These are ones that like types of yarns that you get from Michael's. And then all those ones have been blocked. Then these ones haven't been blocked yet, washed and blocked, because they when you're just done with them and you haven't like blocked them, they tend to just curl. So I've just been, all right, fine, go ahead and curl. So I have a bunch of those, played with this one, played with changing out colors. I mean, some of them are variegated. This one is a variegated one, but then, oh, here's another one. I just alternated colors. So, I don't know. I've just kind of been knitting. All the things. So, and I am just making squares. I have only made squares on squares on squares. Good Lord, this sun. The goal originally was that I was just going to take all the squares and make them into a blanket. Cotton, wool, didn't matter. Now my thoughts are I'm going to make a wool blanket and a cotton blanket, since they have such a drastically different feel and weight to them. So take all the squares and then eventually knit them together and then have a blanket. So that's the end goal. I don't know how long that'll take. I don't know how many squares it'll take. I don't know how big the blanket needs to be. I don't know. It is what it is. So yeah, that's some of the crafty things I have been doing since I've been stitching. And then lastly, we're going to talk some shirts. I have completely revamped the website. I kind of closed it for a little bit, put it on a hiatus when I was really needed it, and then opened it back up, but then opened up all of the shirts, and now at the start of 2026 closed it for a couple of days, completely remodeled the website. And if you haven't been on the website in a while, I highly recommend you go check it out. No more duplicate listings for Bella and Gildan. Everything now is, you click on the shirt and you can choose Bella or Gildan in that one listing. So much has changed. I have customer loyalty points, so the more you order, the more points you earn. Then you can get money off of future orders. I have opened up a whole different section that are stitching they're goddess designed, not stitching related. You have the cross stitch shirts, which always, but then all the other shirts, funny, Halloween, spooky vibes, snarky, chronic illness, whatever strikes my fancy and tickles my fancy. If you have any suggestions of something you want on a shirt, send me an email, send me a message, drop a comment, whatever. I'm open to all the things. But truly, if it's something I want on a shirt and I end up designing it and making it for a shirt for me, then I'll also throw it on the website so you can have one too. But here are some, I'm going to show you some of the newer shirts that I have designed recently. I haven't stopped designing this whole time. I've been designing shirts too. It's a lot trying to get them up on the website and all the things. So a bunch of new ones, a bunch of returning ones. There's just a lot. There's a lot of new stuff on the website. Go check it all out. This is one of the newer shirts, cross stitcher. Bold cross, and then the smaller stitcher across the front. Here's a newer one. How to cross stitch. Step 1, I'm gonna have to turn this around to read it. Can't read it backwards, and I don't have it memorized. Step 1, make an X on fabric with needle and thread. Step 2, repeat 72 million times. Because amen, brother. People are always like, oh my god, I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you do that. I'm like, you make an X, and then another X, and then another X. But yeah, I love this one. I love this one. It's snarky, but also fun. Here's another one. The kids telling us all we're from the 1900s. Okay, all right, fine. I'm gonna lean in. I've been cross-stitching since the 1900s. I'm not gonna lie, this was definitely a suggestion. Somebody reached out to me and said that somebody had a sewing or quilting one since the 1900s. They wanted to see a cross-stitching one. Here you go. I've been cross-stitching since the 1900s. And I definitely have. I started cross-stitching when I was a teenager. So, and then did birth announcements in my 20s for my kids, and then didn't do anything again until I started up in 2019. Fell down the rabbit hole again. Here's another one, to stitch or not to stitch. Seriously? Yeah, right. No, stitch. Sorry, the sun is coming in. To stitch or not to stitch? Seriously? That's not a question. Love that one. And we've got, I'm just here for the cross stitch. Maybe if I go this way. Here we go. I'm just here for the cross stitch. Love it. This is a New Year shirt, but I designed it so that it could be all year long. Stitching my way through 2026. Not stitching my way into 2026. Stitching my way through 2026. All year long, I'm stitching my way through 2026. And then, lastly, the last one I have to show you here, there's a ton more. There's a ton more new things on my website. Go check it out. But I'm showing you this because this is limited edition. This is going away on the 31st, which I believe is Saturday. So come Sunday, you will not see this shirt anymore. It will not be available. Stinking sun. This is Stitch the Winter Olympics. And this is in partnership with the Naptime Stitcher on Instagram. She is once again hosting the Stitch the Olympics challenge. We call this a challenge. We call it a stitch along. Every day there's a prompt to work on a different project on theme with the Olympics. So we've got playing Thread Chicken. Are you playing Thread Chicken? We've got the 25th Olympics. This is the 25th Winter Olympic Games. We've got a frogger. We've got a frog just ripping away. Rip it. We've got some scissors cutting thread. And we've got a needle and a bobbin. There's the Stitch the Winter Olympics. The font is kind of Greek-ish in style. Hence the Olympics, originated with Greece. So yeah, available until, again, through Saturday, through the 31st. I don't know how much editing and things I'm going to, like, pictures and all of the things I'm going to put on here. I definitely have to splice some things because I kept stumbling over my words, or a phone would ring, or a timer would go off. I have timers set all day, every day for all of the things because I can't, my brain can't do it. My brain cannot remember things anymore. The brain fog, I think, has probably been one of the worst things I have been dealing with for a couple of months now. So, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to get off of here. I have talked way more than enough for a first floss tube, and now I have this whole mess to clean up. I don't love getting that part of floss tube back where you have a huge mess to clean up afterwards, but I look forward to hearing from y'all. I'm so sorry I was gone for so long. I look forward to get back into stitching and all of the things, and I'm excited to share with you the journey of getting back into all the things and doing all the stuff. So I hope you all have a very magical stitchy week, and for now, mischief managed. Bye.